This is Colin Osmond with Oz Digital Marketing. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm just going to kind of sum up once again what we talked about earlier today at Panera Bread. First and foremost, once again, the lawyer attorney niche in any big city is obviously very difficult to compete in if you're not ranked. Being ranked on Google, being on page one on Google is going to be very essential to growing your business and clientele. So that being said, I'll get kind of started. First and foremost, the website need to have a call to action. Do you need a lawyer for traffic violations? Do you need a lawyer for DWI? Do you need a lawyer for criminal law? Obviously, we're going to take with family law, and if that's what you feel is necessary to do. Have a call to action. Maybe it could be like a button that takes you to a contact form where you can leave their first, last email address, reason for putting in an inquiry, and that could have a drop-down menu of traffic violations, DWI, criminal, or family law. I like to set up with the website anyways because you have Garrison Law right here. You have a phone number. Obviously, you're gonna have your Facebook and the different types of social medias that you're gonna have. Anyway, so we just need to add some content on this page. We have the NAP at the bottom, your name, address, a location, and a phone number. And then obviously the page is down here, which is great. So we're set up for success. It's not that we don't have the ability to rank because you already have most of the stuff. We just need to add the specific keywords that we're going to be targeting on your web page. Power up the service pages a little bit more. And when I say power up, add the specific service pages that are for that specific location. So Garrison Law, Charlotte, criminal law, Garrison Law, North Carolina.com/Belmont, traffic violations, and talk specifically about that, and so on and so forth. Now, just to kind of give you an understanding of SEO one more time. So let's just say, hypothetically, I just got into a car accident. Not car accident. I just did something that made me a criminal, and I have 7 days or whatever. I'm not trying to process, but I have 7 days to find a lawyer because I'm going to court. So I'm going Google, and I want to find a lawyer that's in, let's say, Belmont. Criminal lawyers, Belmont, North Carolina. So here I'm going to see ads, the map pack, which we will rank you for. Obviously, you'll be up there very soon. And then you're going to have these big websites that don't really matter. And then you're going to get down to the actual. So you're going to have Gastonia Criminal Law Attorney, Parks Wilson Law, Belmont, North Carolina, and JC Law. So essentially the difference between Google AdWords and SEO is Google AdWords, you have to continuously pay a monthly payment to be shifted back and forth and competing all the time against these ads. When you stop paying, you are going to lose that and you're not going to have an ad anymore. You're going to go back to wherever you were on the, you could be on page 7 organically, but you're paying to be on page 1. These guys right here, they don't do that, and they get a bigger bang for their buck. So you can have essentially 1,000. Where is it? You could have 1,000 people click on this page, and say the budget was 1,000. You're not paying per click. You're paying $1,000 to get a it paid organic. I mean, to have an organic ranking. So I could click on this 1,000 times, and this is not going to be pulled out of your budget. They're ranked organically, so you don't have to. It's actually more expensive to pay Google AdWords, and it's not as effective because people are gonna come down here. They're like, all right, law finder, law. They're like, I just want to find a local agency or some agency, Brent Ratchford, Boom, I found something. Park Wilson Law. Go down, jclaw.com. I'm not sure what that is. And you come on here and also kind of, and these are what we do as well. We see all these different keywords that we also could rank you for as well, because these are keywords that people also were typing in. So once again, lawyers, Garrison County. You're going to have law firm Brent D. Ratchford. I'm pretty sure you're talking about these today. Let me go down to Brent and Ratchford. They have good SEO. Taylor Law. You said these are people that are, but they have Gaston County lawyers, North Carolina lawyers. Then they have estate planning, real estate, all in their meta description. They have Gaston County attorneys on their SEO title. And if I was to click on the website, which obviously we don't need to do that, but there'd definitely be a lot of keywords in the website that would make them ranking. That would give them this nice rank right here. Okay, so that's kind of the difference. SEO is more powerful. You get more bang for your buck, and you also aren't spending, $12,000-$13,000. Like, I don't think big law firms pay that much, but I know they pay $5,000-$6,000 to have a Google AdWords budget, and then money for SEO as well. So that was kind of the point I wanted to drive. The one thing I'm gonna do with your website, install the SSL certificate, and that's just having a secure thing on there, and it's gonna be able to just aesthetically, it's going to be pleasing to the consumer's eye or the prospective client's eye. I could drive 1,000 people to the website, but if we don't have a call to action, if we're not optimizing for conversions, meaning converting the prospects into clients, then that's what we need to do. That's my job, to send people to your website, have a call to action, and make it so that people get their questions answered. I'm supposed to have people coming to your website and calling you for help or advice. And the thing is, having a free consultation up here is going to put people at ease. They're going to be like, well, at least I don't have to pay right up front. And they could figure out, and then from there, that's where, once they pick up and call the phone, that is where my job ends. So that being said, it's going to take about 4 to 6 weeks after I have put all the methods in place, which should take a couple of days. I got to order. I got to get some help from you in terms of the different content, because I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know the lawyer lingo. But I got to have it where you're talking about your practice and your perspective and your vision, on top of having the keywords littered in the different naturally in on the website. So let's see here. Now you wanted to rank for Gaston County, Belmont, and Charlotte, which can definitely be doable. You just have to understand that it does take time to get ranked, and I haven't looked at what your domain age is, but that also adds into a factor, because when you're building a relationship with something, for example, Google, it's going to take time for that person to trust you. I like to be very transparent up front that there will be a return of investment, and a huge return of investment. Your business will expand and grow. It's going to happen. That's the beauty of, that's why I got in this business, because I can see businesses grow overnight. It's amazing. I love seeing it. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks, and even it could be quicker, because it's going to be easy to rank for Belmont, and it's going to be easy to rank for Gastonia, because we saw that the keyword competition isn't that difficult. Just Charlotte, North Carolina's will be, just because it's a big competition, it might take a little bit longer than expected, but that's why I'm here, is to be able to provide this service for you, and a continuing service, so that eventually you can get away from the direct mail and focus specifically on SEO and on your online presence, because that's what everyone's going to. The day and age of magazines and newspapers and so on and so forth, that day is ending, because the amount of time it takes to create some type of mail and then send it to the person, and then they open it and they see it. You can all do that in by collecting emails and powering up an email and sending it to whoever, if you're allowed to do that. But it's a lot quicker, a lot faster, and it's a lot more cheaper, more cost effective. Um, so once again, hopefully I made sense about exactly what I do and how I do it, and I'm excited to have you on as a client. And if there's any other questions that you may have, need from me, please feel free to ask. Once again, this is Colin Osborne with Osborne Digital Marketing, and thank you for your time.